Hello, it is time for another review of a paint set from Vallejo. This time it's reference 72212. And it's 8 paints from the game colour range. It's obviously intended for fantasy miniatures and Dungeons and Dragons type painting. But what was interesting here is the nature of the set, to say non-metallic metal, and that caught our attention, so we're really interested to see how you can get this sort of faded metal effect that you can see on the box. Now this could be of use not just to sci-fi or fantasy figure painters, but also to AFV modelers and any figure painter really. You can see from the box it's quite a nice effect, so it'll be interesting to see how you get that effect from this box. The idea is you've got everything you need to achieve that in one handy package. Vallejo makes acrylic paints. They're based in Spain, and this is another one of their sets. They've got quite a few sets, and this is new for 2014. Inside you get this, which is a step-by-step guide. And that's one of the major selling points of this, in that they don't just show you the paints, they also teach you how to achieve a certain look. So for example, in here you can see there's a very detailed breakdown of exactly how you'll use these game colour paints, and it talks you all the way through it. Here you can also see what you get in the box, and these are called out throughout the step-by-step. So everything you see here is explained in detail in the guide. The figures painted by Angel Giraldez, and here you get an explanation of highlights and shading with acrylics. We've got some different types of paint here, so we'll just run through them. You start off with black, there's a cold grey, night blue, a turquoise, and we've got an ink here. This is interesting. So inks are obviously different and extra opaque. Here, 2 extra opaque references, and finally some white. So it'll be interesting to compare. So what we're going to do is we're going to take these 3 paints and just look at the consistency. So we're just going to give them a shake. So this, by way of a sample, is the turquoise. And it's fairly thick. This is an ink, and you can tell just shaking the bottle that it's a lot lighter in consistency, much more like a wash. There we go. And then finally we've got these extra opaque. Again, it feels different. So let's just get a brush. So the blue is fairly normal, as you'd expect from any of the Vallejos. Good coverage, good pigmentation. Here we've got the ink. That's a lot lighter, a lot thinner, and clearly intended to be used either as a filter or a wash. And then finally we've got the extra opaque. Okay, and that's definitely thicker. As the name would suggest, the game colour extra opaque, they've got strong pigmentation, and they're designed for the warm gold shades you see here to give a good coverage and a good base for the later coats. So there we go, Vallejo's non-metallic set of acrylic colours, available now.